All right, let's get right into it. Saunas and acne. It's a huge debate, right? Can a relaxing steam session really be the secret to clearing up your skin?
I mean, you see it everywhere. Influencers, friends, they all swear by it. But is there any real science behind sweating your way to clear skin? Or is it just a steamy myth? So, today, we're going to dig into both sides of the story. We'll look at the good, the bad, and what's actually happening to your skin when you crank up the heat.
Okay, so first, let's start with the good stuff. The sauna promise. Why are people so convinced this is the answer for that amazing glowing skin?
You know that famous post-sauna glow? Well, it turns out it's not just in your head. It's actual science. Dermatologists will tell you that the heat gets your blood flowing big time, and all that increased circulation delivers more oxygen and nutrients straight to your skin cells.
The sciencey term for this is vasodilation. Basically, your blood vessels get wider to cool you down, and that's what gives you that temporary radiance. It's your body's natural reaction to the heat, and it seems like a total win for your skin, right?
But hold on, because that's not the whole picture. Some experts are actually waving a red flag here. They're saying that the very same heat that gives you that glow could be a huge problem if you're struggling with acne.
And this is where things get really interesting. It's the core of the debate. The common belief is that heat and steam open up your pores, right? You sweat out all the gunk. But what if that's completely wrong? The counter-argument is that heat makes your skin tissue expand, which could actually swell your pores shut and trap everything inside.
Listen to this quote from an acne specialist. They're saying that the heat is way more likely to swell your pores shut than open them up. And if that happens, the follicle wall could even rupture and get more inflamed. Yikes. For anyone with inflamed or cystic acne, this could make things so much worse.
So think about it like this. It's basic physics. Heat expands things. So instead of clearing out your pores, the heat could be locking in all that congestion. It's like slamming a door shut, trapping everything inside, which leads to, you guessed it, more inflammation, more redness, and more soreness. Okay, so what about the sweat itself? Is it helping or hurting? This is where it gets even more complicated. Let's break down whether sweat is our friend or our foe.
So is sweat the cleansing hero we hope it is, or is it the pore-clogging villain we fear? Well, strap in because it turns out it might be a little bit of both.
Here's the deal. On the good side, your sweat actually contains something called dermacidin. It's a natural antimicrobial peptide that can help fight off acne-causing bacteria. Pretty cool, right? But on the bad side, sweat is also made of salts and waste. If you just let that sit on your skin after your sauna, it can mix with oil and pollution and clog your pores right back up. And we got to talk about the whole sweat detox myth. You hear it all the time, this idea that you can detox your body by sweating. Look, it's mostly a myth. Your liver and your kidneys, those are your body's real detoxification system. Sweat only gets rid of a tiny, tiny amount of waste.
Now this is a real game changer. A study back in 2009 found that even if the sauna's heat kills the acne bacteria, the dead bacteria left on your skin can still cause an inflammatory response. Think about that for a second. Even when the bacteria are dead, their presence alone can still trigger redness and irritation. Wow.
Okay, so with all this conflicting info, what are you supposed to do? If you love saunas and don't want to give them up, there are practical steps you can take for safer sauna use. Let's get into a dermatologist's guide. This part is non-negotiable. Your skincare routine before and after is everything. First, before you go in, start with a completely clean, bare face, no makeup. Then, immediately after, you need to gently cleanse your skin to get all that sweat and salt off. Right after that, hit it with a hydrating serum, think hyaluronic acid, and finish with a good moisturizer to lock everything in and restore your skin barrier. And you've got to keep a few key things in mind. Frequency is huge. For most of us, 1 to 3 times a week is plenty. And you don't need to stay in there forever. 10 to 20 minutes is perfect. But the biggest thing? Listen to your skin. If you have sensitive skin, rosacea, or eczema, you have to be super careful because the heat can absolutely trigger flare-ups. Okay, let's bring it all together for the final verdict. We've talked about the potential glow, the problem with heat, and the two-faced nature of sweat. So what's the bottom line here? Well, the truth is there's no simple yes or no answer. It really depends on your skin. If you've got inflamed cystic acne, the risk might be too high and it might be best to just avoid it. For comedonal acne, like blackheads and whiteheads, a super strict cleansing routine is your best friend. And if you have sensitive skin or rosacea, think shorter sessions, maybe at lower temps like in an infrared sauna.
You know, to really understand this, let's look at a real-world story from Reddit that just perfectly sums up this entire dilemma. This person posted that they'd finally found something that stopped their horrible acne: saunas. They said within a week, their skin felt so much better, and there was no inflammation.
Sounds amazing, right? But then came the update. They wrote that while the saunas helped for about 2 or 3 weeks, the acne unfortunately came back. They eventually gave up and had to go on Accutane. And that's such a powerful dose of reality, isn't it? What looks like a miracle cure might not be a long-term solution at all.
So, is the sauna a skincare savior, or is it just a steamy trap? Honestly, the answer might be written on your own skin. There's no one-size-fits-all rule here. Ultimately, the most important thing is to pay really close attention to how your skin responds and then make the choice that's right for you.